don't know if it's over. I ain't gotta be holding it, but right there. Let me move this back. There's a message on April 11th, 2026. God said, "You're doing great, and you've been doing great, and you know what? Everybody is appreciating the fact that you're doing great, boo. And that's what you need to know. Shit. That's what, that's what happens in my world when I want everything to be just so. Something happens, and God said, that's what they know too. You're a perfectionist, and they don't want you to be perfect. They want you to be struggling. But shit, you're that alone. So God said, call her, and she'll get you right. She's like, yeah, put my number in your phone, boo. Damn. God said, that's what you need to know too. Because that one struggled for a minute. But now you're right. And that's what you need to know. So change is what it is. The high priestess is coming out, the chariot is coming out, the two of cups, along with the king of wands and judgment. The overall energy is the eight of pentacles. And God said, that's who you working with. Somebody who knows your truth and saying, shit, you need everything, boo. And you just keep on just moseying along. Like, you know what? You ain't even tripping, but you tripping on the inside. And God said, that's what she knows too. I said, shit, you kind of a seer yourself while you sitting up here talking to a seer. And I said, she's telling you the truth, huh? I said, don't we know it, boo? Telling the truth and seeing what they need to see. And you know what? Perseverance, looking at the bigger picture. And grandma said, and you have, but this is judgment. You're going to get what you need. I'm saying this, and it's really pissing me off. Everybody wants you to want to be in the position that someone's in, but you not wanting to be in that position. You like, shit, I'm happy right here. I ain't got to deal with shit. And God said, that's what they know too. I said, shit. We really need to, you know what, talk to you effectively instead of just giving you bits and pieces and act like it's okay. But shit, you see other people is still struggling. And that motherfucker been in position for a minute. And I said, don't we know it, boo? But we can't have nobody fall off of this, or that'd be catastrophic here too. Ten of Cups energy is here. So this is wish fulfillment. A lot of y'all is gonna have a happy family, and that motherfucker looking like shit. If you get that, I'ma be there. I'll come there on weekends or something or some shit. I'll visit. I don't want to say, yeah, put me on there too, boo. And God said, ain't that the truth? Three of Wands energy is here. I said, shit. Happy life, happy wife, happy everybody. Ain't like shit. You get something, shit. We all coming, bitch. What you mean? And Grandma said, that's what you need to know, boo. Everybody wants to come. And that's what everybody knows too. I said, this one has people attached to them, and that's their truth. The Forest Swords energy. This bitch looking like shit. You really can take over a lot, but you don't want to take over. Why, boo? Take over. God said, you know what? They worried that you don't want to take over. You just want to be right here. That's it. Yeah, I'm good right where I'm at. And God said, ain't that the truth? Eight of Cups energy is here. Someone getting ready to leave a position, leave an area, leave a space. This could be happening at work and partnerships and connections. But there's victory and success here. And God says, shit, I'll fly out to just meet you, boo, because you know what? You what's up, bitch? How you gonna sit up here and not have my phone number programmed in your number and you just gonna be calling me and acting like, you know what, we BFFs or something, and you know what, I don't wanna meet you. I said, bitch, we gonna meet. And God said, ain't that the truth? 1001's energy is here. Someone gonna take a flight to come see your ass and be like, oh, so this is all you wanna do? You ain't even trying to take over, boo. What's up, G? Hey, you know what I'm saying? You gonna be that? Yeah. I'm just gonna be that, and you know what? I'm comfortable there. Shit. And that nigga looking like, I can see why. You have been through some shit. And you like, yeah, you know what? I don't even want to be okay that either. And God said, ain't that the truth? Wish fulfillment is here. Someone looking at you like, yeah, you is wish fulfillment and you look amazing. And I don't even want to tell people that I know what you look like and everything. And God said, what it do, bitch? 301's energy. Your ships is coming in. And that's what y'all need to know. There's victory and success and completion. Some of y'all gonna end up traveling to meet somebody to learn something even better. I said, I can't do this shit the way I need to do this shit. And this is perturbing me. And I said, they ain't even learned what they needed to learn. And God said, they knew that too. I said, ain't that the fucking truth? The partnership is being dissolved. And they don't like dissolving partnerships, but that bitch fucked up so much shit that we can't even come back from this. And God said, that's what she knows too. That bitch did that on purpose. She wanted it to fail, she wanted it to fall. And God said, she knows the owners, and that's her truth. This could be somebody you work with, boo. She wanted them to have a lot of burdens and make them feel incomplete and insignificant. And grandma said, she gonna have to move forward. And that's your truth. A lot of y'all is smart than the average person, and everybody trying to act like you not. I said, bitch. This one is taking accountability over stuff that they shouldn't even be taking accountability over. And I said, she's not training her properly. And that's kind of catastrophic. And she thought that, yeah, that bitch might want my position. No, we don't want your position. We happy just in the position that we're in. And that's pissing her off even more. There's no competition. And when people don't have competition, they go stir crazy. And I said, good, because that's what she needed, to go stir crazy. See, the bitch is up at night feeling a little catastrophic and shit, thinking. I said, yeah, you need to be a thinking bitch in the building now, because you was stupid and dumbfounded before. And I said, yeah, ain't no competition, but you want to compete? I said, nigga, please, you a what? I said, yeah, okay. We'll see your true colors come out pretty soon. And grandma said, don't we know it here too? I said, that bitch got plenty of attention and that bitch don't give a fuck. I said, you know, and that's your truth, boo. You don't care. Everybody wants you to care. Everybody feel this way, feel that way. Even that motherfucking popos is looking like shit. You don't give a fuck about me. But I should have gave a fuck about you, and I did. And I said, shit, I don't want her to take me nowhere, but I do want you. You'll keep me safe. And that's what another motherfucker knows, boo. Bondage, addiction, depression, toxic energy. That nigga know that she don't like the police, but you don't mind the police, and you almost what? Became a police officer? Shit. You one of them. And you is on the up and up. And you is the straight and narrow. And then they act like you wasn't. They can't say shit about you. I said, this one, we can run her background check 1,000,001 times. Bitch, ain't shit coming back. Now let me run your background check and see what the fuck you got on your background check, hoe. And I said, ain't that the motherfucking truth, boo? I said, don't we know it? Temperance is here. So all this back talking of a motherfucker talking behind your back and all this other shit and everything. I say, yeah, what it do, boo? See, people are holding on to other people's energy and acting as though like it's okay. And that's gonna be, you know what? They life. That nigga is finna get ready to move forward. Because he was trying to give her amazing things in this life and she decided to go in a toxic way. And I said, that's her truth. See, she want these incubus and succubus all around her and act like, yeah, that's what I want. But everything is about to clear up pretty soon, boo. 701's energy, the essence of protection. I said, this bitch is not even thinking about nothing that I'm really trying to tell her. And I said, yeah, because that bitch is not who you think that bitch is. And grandma said, that's your motherfucking problem, hoe. And you got a grandma that's always like that. It's a hoe right there. Your grandma call you hoe all the time. And you know what? That's what she be thinking too. But you going to discover that someone is not even going to be getting knocked up. But some people going to get knocked up. And they going to be looking real weird. And grandma said, ain't that the truth? The moon is here. Someone is keeping secrets about their STDs, they bloating in their stomach and everything. But God is balancing shit out and saying, you know what? That bitch ain't got no yeast infection, but she do got gonorrhea. And she been selling her ass for years and she tired of being fucked up. And God said, ain't that the truth? I said, but that one right there ain't got shit. And that one right there takes care of herself. And God said, that's what the fuck they gonna start doing, copying after that one. Yeah, and that's their truth. Seven of Swords energy, boo. Being strategic, trying to bring balance and shit. And I said, yeah, y'all was talking all that bullshit, but that bitch ain't got shit to do with none of y'all. Horse ass energy. And grandma said, that's what we know here too. The lovers is here. Coming out with the moon along with the star. And that's what y'all need to know, boo. Protection is key. Y'all have good news headed y'all way. And God said transformation too.